Scrapbooking Personal Shopper for September of 2011. We'll open our box and open up the purple tissue. Now this month there's a DVD, so Anna and I will show you lots of techniques that the designers used in creating these projects. Of course you have a blank card and envelope, and that card is already scored for you. Our newsletter is going to show in color all the materials that this month has, as well as all the projects, all the scrapbooking pages, all the directions, the extra card, and then even more ideas. Now this month, there's quite a collection of things. Here is our Gothic Halloween Dazzles. These are very fun, so it'll be great to see what this has. Now I want to show you this embellishment pack because it is truly packed. Let me see as I open this. I'll pour it out here, and let's see, we've got buttons, we have chalk in a purple and a blue, that'll be interesting. We've got some chipboard pieces, there's ABC, school bus, Apple, lots of things. These are from our friends at Maya Road. We've got some beautiful medallion brad buddies, and these will come with the brads to attach them. Lots of buttons, as you see, lots of different sizes. Our ribbons are eyelash ribbon, that's the black. We've got some sheer, we've got some twill, and we've got some sheer. So I'm going to lift this paper up. Now, the Scrapbooking Personal Shopper has papers that are first shown in this kit. Now here's our Silver Color Me. You get 2 sheets of this beautiful floral with the words behind it, and then you get 1 sheet of the coordinating tags and borders. I bet that's what we're going to use the chalk for. Now this Halloween set is exclusive for members. It comes to them first, and this is a very limited edition, so even when it goes to the public, it's going to only be there for a moment. I really think we should be calling this a premier scrapbooking paper club. So we've got this wonderful Gothic look, and as you can tell, the dazzles are going to go with that. 2 sheets of everything I'm going to show you. Wonderful cobwebs, and what I love about this is that they don't overpower the paper. They're going to be a really nice subtle background when we go to be using it. A wonderful stripe, and it's also got cobwebs in it. We also have a coordinating black and white, kind of an all-over design, and we also have it in orange and black, a little bit larger design. And we've got an argyle, so that's going to complete our Halloween look. Now getting into kind of a school look, this paper has a very wide stripe. Now I have to tell you, when I first saw that, I thought, I'm not sure how I'm going to use that, but never fear, our designers have done some wonderful things. Here is a coordinating background paper with this very fun dot. So this school has kind of a vintage feel to it. We also have a ledger. This is called a memory ledger, so this is going to be very nice to use. Very tone on tone with the tans and the blues, just a tiny bit of rust. Same colors here and a bolder stripe, as well as an all-over pattern, and then another all-over pattern. Now 2 of each of those. Then we're going to get this suede-looking paper in the blue, 2 sheets of that, and then 1 sheet of the alphabet tiles. Now let's see what all of this is going to make. For our first school page, Lene has dipped back into her daughter Lauren's history, and so this is about preschool. And I love several things about here. Now, that wide paper, you know, the one I said I wasn't sure how to use, well, look how clever they've used this to cover each of the ABC, but because this is all in one piece, each of them just happens to fit. So that works really well. And look at that chipboard pencil. It's beautifully covered in these papers, again from the stripe. Now, I think what Lene has done is a couple of really neat things. She used the typewriter-looking alphabet tiles to do her year and just punch them out. A 3/4 inch punch is going to work perfectly for those. She's got 3 photos up here, kind of matted as though they're one, and they're just overlapping Lauren on a swing. And this is also one of the chipboard pieces. It's the one that Maya Road puts their logo on, but look how we can use it to do some journaling. Now the thing that I liked is the way she's done the journaling. She's done some pen work and just kept it very loose and going right around 3 things learned in preschool, and I think everyone needs to know: play nicely with others, share your toys, be kind to animals. Circle time is sit still time, and don't jump off the swing. Very important things. Now on the companion page, here are 2 more of Lene, and I love how we can get some special techniques. Going down here, look how this is kind of opening as a presentation. So we'll see how to do that. Again, covering up the chipboard with that wide stripe paper works perfectly. And it's so nice to capture the words as your child says them, and be sure to write them down because you're going to forget. But Lauren did say, this is an exact quote, "I want to be a vegetarian when I grow up so that I can make sick animals feel better." Well, I think she's learned the difference between vegetarian and veterinarian as she's grown up. I also like how this mixture of patterns is really working very nicely on this layout. Now, the same papers also can be used for a masculine theme. And Anne has done some really fun things using the ledger over here and the stripe as the main part of her page. She's done a collection of her photos in the middle, and where a woman is talking about her husband, who is a volunteer fireman, my hero, but also talking about the reason why he's her hero is because he's there every day for her. Anne did a neat job of using the ribbon to make a ladder. She's also slipped the ribbon through one of those medallion Brad Buddies, and I love how that's looking. She took I think it was a 1.5 inch square, cut it on the diagonal to make 2 triangles to put on the outside edges of her first page, and then also on the companion page. And you know, this is a technique that we used to do in scrapbooking years ago in cutting out around the photo, but I love how Anne has done that this time, and it works really well with the definition of a hero. She's also done quite a bit of pen work, so that's been a nice repeating theme for this month. And also we've got some nice images for doing the little folder tabs up here. And so we've got a collection of photos, 5 on this one page. Now let's go into our Halloween collection. And here is a very fun layout. Now here's a family who has almost all decorated and dressed perfectly for Halloween. Now, a couple of things going on. This is a great way to use those Gothic Halloween dazzles. And this one just has a little slip of white paper so that when this bat is pulled out, we can see something going on here. This is one piece. And then we've got bats that we can just add into our pattern background, and we'll add a spider into that web. Now, I love how all of this has been done, multiple layers and mats behind this great photo. Again, those alphabet tiles are perfectly done to say Halloween on this page, and then it's going to say party on this page. Now, as we put these together, you can see how that's going to read very nicely across the 2 pages. Now, over on this page, I just want to point out some fun things that are going on. Look at this dazzle. It's a beautiful, very ornate spider web that's coming down in an unused area of that photo. We've got another piece that's on top of our journaling, and isn't that journaling perfectly matted on that black and white paper? That was first crumpled, then flattened and lightly inked around the edges. So we've got some great photos where we've added the dazzles, we've got cats, we've got bats, we've got spiders. The happy haunting is also part of that dazzle sheet. So even though that size is normally used for card making, you know, scrapbookers can use everything that's at their disposal. Now the last double page layout is using the Silver Color Me, and this has been chalked, and as you can see, we've got some darker areas and some lighter areas, and even as we blended the pink and the purple, we did end up with some blue, so that was a nice look to achieve. And how beautifully to use the border on that separate sheet, if you remember, as a bottom edge to this beautiful photograph. Here is one of the labels, and as we get in closer, you can see that Susan just cut right around that swirl on the top and the bottom, slipped her journaling in, and then laid those on top. It just kind of integrates everything together. Here's a beautiful look for one of the other Brad Buddies. Doesn't that look striking on that label? The companion page is going to carry out many of the same looks. We have the border being used to embellish the frame. We've got more of the labels using for our journaling and also to hold the year. We've got the same chalking that's going on, and it's beautiful to use that dark blue kind of suede looking paper as our matting. So that really sets everything off. And I love how that Brad Buddy in the middle just joins everything. Now let's see what they've done for more ideas. But first of all, our card. Our card this month goes back to the school theme, and this is another of the chipboard pieces, so we're really getting a lot of duty out of them. Again, it is covered with that wide striped paper, and we've got more of the wide stripe in the middle here as well as on the border. So that works just beautifully. This is for the best teacher. Nice thing to do on the first days of school. Thanks for all you do. Well, we know that that's quite true. Now, the other piece that we did show, it was the school bus, but here's another way that you might decide to do it. And in this case, as we get in closer, you can see that the photographs of the kids have been added behind each of the windows in that school bus for a very fun look. And then they're all eating ice cream, and on that oval, we love ice cream. Now, Lodell has done something that I've never seen before. She has taken some red cardstock and she's covered it with crystal lacquer. She let it dry, and then she punched or used a template to do a paper flower, and she's also done one out of black. So that's underneath. So she put the crystal lacquer both on the red and the black, did her flower, layered them, and don't they look beautiful? She's also curved them up, as you can see. Very shiny, and I love that against the matte color of the paper. This becomes a many thanks, although it could be any type of occasion. And then on the inside, she's got another one inside. So what a beautiful look. Nice to have new techniques. Let me bring in some ideas for the Color Me, the silver Color Me. Here is one of the borders that has been used as a border with one of the medallion Brad Buddies on top. Very, very striking. Here is a layered piece, so you can see that the layered pieces from the tags and label has been done. On the tags and label, there is a separate, actually there are two more of these flowers, so they can be chalked and then foam taped one upon the other. Here's a beautiful tag from that same sheet, and this is the same technique that we saw on the scrapbook page where these pieces were cut and then the matted photo was slipped under, and so that they come on top. It's just a beautiful, beautiful look. And we've got another oval right over here. And now this is more of our Color Me silver, but these have been misted with the Smooch Mists, and also they've been written on or computer journaled on vellum, so you can see how those are beautifully placed on top. Now, we're not done because we've got some Halloween things to show you. Here is another card doing a very spooky one, and I love this eyelash fiber with anything Halloween. We've got our skull and crossbones here that's been backed in white, but then the innies are going on the inside of our card. So this is saying, hello, ghouls. And we've got a mask right here, very fun. And our final idea is this is our fry box. This is a Sarah Surface. What a fun little trick-or-treat box this makes. Again, punching those out so you can see that there are hundreds on that page, and then adding some goodies inside. I guess ours have all been eaten. So have a fun September.